But you still rarely found a video that was over 5 minutes because, like, it just... Trying to watch a video longer than that just took up so much of the bandwidth that it just didn't want to. Oh my god. I remember back, like, when YouTube was like that. Even when even when people started uploading, like, longer videos at that point, my bandwidth was, like, still awful. So, like, fucking 9-minute video would take forever. Like, I remember one time, this is back when I still had a bedtime, I guess, and I was trying to watch some video that was 11 minutes long, and my mom kept coming in being like, oh, you need to go to bed, and I'm like, well, I'm trying to finish this video. She's like, okay, finish the video, go to bed. I'm like, that's what I was planning on doing. But then, like, because of how long it took the video to load, I was trying to watch the 11-minute video for like an hour or so. And eventually I didn't get to finish it because my mom made me get off, and I was like, well, fuck. Fuck you, internet. But nowadays our internet is a lot better now because, like, we live in like a suburban subdivision, so like, updates in, like, internet, or, like, I can't think of, improvements to, like, the internet, cable system thing in our subdivision is kind of delayed, and they kind of have to make a big deal about it because they have to make sure they get everything.
Ready?
But right now, our internet speed is like 20 megabits a second. So, I mean, it's alright. Actually, at the time when we got our internet at that speed, I don't know whether it was because we paid for the plan that gave us that much, or it was just because the people came and installed, like, better cabling or something. I don't really know which one it was. Maybe both. But we had, at the time, that was like high speed. Now, like 50 and 100 megabits a second. That's
Ready?
my internet's not really slow though. Although bandwidth is questionable sometimes. But that's not like a huge deal, because even then, the only thing that really happens is that, like, videos might load a little bit slower, but how the fuck?
Ready?
I'm at a loss for life. I do not like the amusement park world because it tends to lag a lot. Dude, I was looking at the frickin' the dark clouds and stuff in the background, and I fell in the hole. Oh my god, I'm trying.
Ready?
Whoa, whoa. You know, it really sucks though that, like, the GameCube uses mini CDs instead of, like, actual, like, normal CDs like the Xbox and PS2 use, because if they did, then they could probably have ported Deluxe onto the GameCube. I say probably because I know the GameCube, like, in order from, like, least powerful to most powerful in this generation was PS2, GameCube, Xbox. And since Monkey Ball runs really well on the GameCube, plus the GameCube controls are just, the analog stick is just so much better that, like, you know, if Deluxe were on the GameCube, it would be a lot better of a game because it would, oh crap.
Ready?
Because, you would have, like, better controls, and it would be better than, like, the PS2 version because it has, like, the reflective floors and everything. And not really long load times. I'm not entirely sure how the load times would be if Monkey Ball were ported to the GameCube, because
Ready?
like I don't know. I don't know if the PS2 has a hard time handling this game just because of the game, or if it's because of how like big the game is. I don't know. I want to say it's just because of the game itself, because I feel like the size of the game, like, there are other games on the PS2 that are this big in file size, but aren't visibly, like, downgraded because they are just, like, already just a PS2 game anyway, rather than having, like, a port on a better console to compare to.
Ready?
Although I'm sure that there are other games like that that are ported on, like, to the Xbox, that you can really tell the difference. Case in point, GameCube should have had normal normal disc drive, and then should have had Deluxe. Tower, Antlion. It's funny, I used to think the name for this stage is stupid because I didn't know what an antlion was, and then I looked it up and I'm like, oh. And then when I realized what an antlion is, I noticed Kirby 64, like, one of the enemies, like, in the desert level, like, in the desert levels, are antlions. Like, that's so strange, but it's actually kind of cool, though. Though it is weird to see, like, animals in a game that, like, animals that we have in real life that are so, like, in a game that, like, the world is so obviously not even close to Earth at all. Though it's not like in Kirby they try to act like it is Earth, because he lives on Popstar. Like, that's not Earth, it's just not. If I had a clear space on my desk to slam my head down, I would. But I have, like, all the cables for all this, and the microphone, and my coffee cup, and my water. Wait, was that? Yeah, that was the last level I had to beat. If you really want to see these story cutscenes, though, just watch someone else's video, because they're really not good, and I've already seen them, and it's like, I don't really want to see them again, because they're not great.
Ready? Go!
I'm just glad Monkey Ball 2/Deluxe is not one of those games where you can't skip cutscenes, because I hate that. What's a game that I get aggravated with that? Huh. Well, I suppose Twilight Princess, I kind of get annoyed with some of the cutscenes, but not all of them. Usually the cutscenes are, like, actually interesting, though. Like, in this game, the cutscenes are stupid. I mean, I'm not saying that it's, like, they should be masterpiece and, like, dramatic and stuff, but, like, you know, it's like, to a younger kid, they might be entertaining, but to me, it's like, no, thank you. Like, you can tell that they obviously put effort into it, but, like, they didn't try to make it look that great, because, like, the way they have it, like, rendered,
Ready?
like, when someone's, like, walking, like, when Dr. Badboon, like, runs away in World 7, like, it, like, doesn't look good, because, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it without really showing it, but I don't want to show it. Okay, well, that was nice. Oh, sorry if my voice is like really echoey. That's because like I said before, or maybe I said before, is I'm not speaking directly into the microphone because I don't have a way to get it like right in front of my face. Or at least like right in front of my mouth. So, the problem is finding the stages I want to play. No, I definitely don't want to play Switch Inferno. That's a stupid level. Ooh, folders. I like folders. I'm kind of curious, like, are you meant to play the stage like you're supposed to go on the folders, but when they're about to fold down, you go on the little side thing? Because it's like, I see, like, this is more of, like, older videos, though. Like, older Monkey Ball trick videos. But they'll pass off riding the rail all the way down as a trick, but that's how I've always beaten it, like, casually. If I'm trying to, like, do a trick or something, yeah, I'll do it differently, but... Oh my god, I remember I used to not be able to beat this stage in Monkey Ball 1 for a long time. And it was also really annoying too, because like, since I was borrowing my friend's copy of Monkey Ball 1, and I didn't have a memory card, which, for beginner advanced, it doesn't really matter, because like, the only thing that I really played was like the main game. And for beginner advanced, it's not like I'm gonna go through all of my continues, so I didn't really need more continues until I started playing expert and I'd run out of continues and I could only get so far. And it was really hard for me to practice. How the hell I did not fall off, I don't know. Okay, I couldn't remember if I actually remembered to set the, recording, the aspect ratio to 16:9. The only reason I set it to 16:9 is because I don't like... I don't like, having it be in 4:3, but then, like, have all this black space on the sides. Because, like, I don't know, it's just not appealing. I mean, if I don't have the option to record in 16:9, or, god damn it, or, like, the game looks really bad if I try to make it go in 16:9 or whatever, but... I know I can do it with this. Well, I mean, the game is running in 16:9 physically on my screen. I'm talking more the, video feed. But it's weird, though. It's like the game's running in 16:9, but it doesn't look, like, stretched. Which is actually really nice, because some games... like Mario 64, when you try to play, like, on a widescreen... it, like on the Virtual Console, it looks really, like, it looks stretched because the game wasn't really meant to run on widescreens because they weren't. Actually, I don't think the first, like, flat screen was made until 98. And even then, I don't know if the flat screen that was made in 98 was, 16:9 either. Huh. Either way, that's before, or that's after Mario 64 came out, so it definitely wasn't meant to run on something that was in 16:9, because they just didn't exist. Except, I guess for, like, movie theaters they did, because, like, when you would have, like, a VHS come out for a movie, they'd have to letterbox it to get it to, like, fit properly. that fucking gold ball. like, it's the bane of every Monkey Ball player's existence.
Ready?
At least if you play, like, the original 3 games. Because, like, later games that do have a gold ball, if they do, the gold ball really doesn't have the whole problem it does in this game. Like in Monkey Ball Adventure, the gold ball cannot hit you out of the way, which is like just about the only good thing about Monkey Ball Adventure that there is. I mean, I have Monkey Ball Adventure, and I do have fun with the stages. I like playing the challenge mode.
Ready?
But it's like, it leaves so much to be desired. Like, the game has 49 stages total. A Monkey Ball game with 49 stages. Like, that's not even enough to fill up Expert, let alone Expert and Expert Extra. But the PSP version has exclusive stages, but the exclusive stages look really stupid, though. The problem is finding the stage that I'm thinking of playing. I don't know where they are, okay.
Ready? Go!
I remember when I was like, random story though, I remember when I was younger, and my cousins and I had like DS's, but we had a few of the same games, so like switching them was a problem, so like the letter of our first names were like written on the back of which ones were ours.
Ready?
But
Go!
I remember one time, like my cousin was playing my little cartridge of New Super Mario Bros. Just because he wanted to play on my file because he wasn't good enough to get very far in the game. Which was always a problem with my cousins. They'd always play on my file and stuff because they couldn't get far enough on their own or they just didn't feel like trying. And I was like really annoyed and I was like, hey mom, he's playing my cartridge. And she's like, how do you know? It's like, cause he's playing on a freaking level he hasn't even unlocked. And she's like, well, no, he had to have unlocked it because it saves on the DS. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. The DS doesn't have a hard drive. It saves on the cartridge.
Ready?
And she's like, no, or on the card. I don't really know what to call it. And that was, like, really annoying because it's like, no, I can literally prove that it saves on the card because if I put it in my DS, it'll have the exact same stuff on it. But if I put mine in my DS, it won't. Or if I put his in my DS, it won't have the same stuff. But of course, when I wanted to try to prove it, my cousin was too stubborn to let me do that, because he's... Shoot, how many years older than me is he? Oh, fuck, like 5.5 or so years younger than me. God damn, this isn't a hard stage.
Ready?
I don't know, my cousin used to piss me off. But now that they're older, not so much. But, like, the particular cousin I'm talking about, though, it's like he's like 12. So he's still, like, really immature sometimes, and it's annoying. But he never, like, pisses me off by, like, doing something that pisses me off, really. Which is not, like, he doesn't intentionally try to piss me off. Okay, well, that was Worlds 5 and 6. And we'll be continuing with Worlds 7 and 8 in the next part.